Okay, maybe I'll just quickly go through what is water cycle. Ken, shall we do that? Just a very quick revision. So what do you understand by water cycle? It is a continuous cycle of water changing from liquid,
water to clouds.
liquid to gas and back to liquid. Okay, in a continuous cycle, right? Yeah. Okay, so two main processes. Okay, one thing you need to take note, this is actually a continuous cycle.
But the sun is most important because it provides heat so that
Yeah.
the water will...
Yes, correct. Okay, so two main processes, what are they?
Condensation and evaporation.
Very good. Okay,
How about precipitation?
precipitation is,
Rain.
yeah,
Without
it's rain, but it's not like an important process because it's just because the clouds are too heavy and then fall as rain, right? But the important processes that makes that possible is actually evaporation and condensation. Yeah. So you need to know that. So you all talk about importance of the sun, right? What does the sun do?
Provides heat.
Okay. Okay.
so
Sun
that the water
provides heat.
So that the water around us can evaporate and condense and then will rain.
Okay. Water. All right. Gain heat from the sun.
And it's raining right now.
Oh yes, it's raining here as well.
Also here.
Water gain heat from the sun.
Oh, sneezing the whole day.
Okay, and evaporates, right?
Into
Okay, so the water vapor, then what happens?
water vapor like rises up to the cooler surface of the sky and then
Cooler surface of the sky. Sky has
I don't
a
know
surface.
how to say.
Okay, water vapor rises up to a certain height. Okay, and then it condenses.
Into the cooler air. Clouds.
Yeah, in the cooler air to form tiny water droplets.
Which is cloud.
Yeah, which come together as clouds. We see them as clouds. Okay, as more and more of these tiny water droplets come together, the clouds get very
heavy and then
heavy.
It'll start to rain.
It'll start to rain. And that is known as...
rain like now.
Yeah, okay.
It'll start to rain and rain and rain and rain.
Rain and rain and rain and rain. Okay, so water vapor rises, right?
Until
okay, so the next thing that happens is...
The next thing happens is...
Water vapor condenses in the cooler air.
Yeah, cooler part of the air.
Because we already said it rises, right? Okay, so up to a certain height is already the cooler air. And what?
And condenses with the surrounding air and forms clouds.
To form tiny
water droplets.
Okay. All right. So we see this as clouds, isn't it? So you can put bracket clouds. Okay, and then next thing, when the cloud, because a lot of tiny water droplets come together. Okay, it just keep coming together because the evaporation and condensation goes on and on and on. Okay, and then when the clouds get too heavy.
Why is someone blue?
Huh?
Oh, okay, now they turn back to normal.
So the clouds get too heavy. Do you see that I'm not writing? Yeah, I don't write tiny anymore, right? Because as they get too heavy, they come so close together, isn't it? So many tiny water droplets will then combine to form the bigger one, and they drop as rain.
And then they...
So how would you know when to say tiny water droplets and just water droplets? How would
when
you know
you are saying that the water vapor that rises up, right, condenses, it actually changes into tiny water droplets. We see them as a cloud. Okay, as the cloud gets heavier and heavier, what we see is the cloud gets darker and darker. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
now you
there's too
understand
much
why it gets
water.
darker and darker, because you are looking at a lot of water droplets.
Yeah, there's too much water inside the cloud.
Yes. Okay, so the cycle will just go on repeating. Now, where will the water come from that's evaporated? Where will the water come from?
The
Remember what your teacher told you? It's mainly from the sea, right?
oh yeah, it's mainly from the sea. It took
And is it just the sea?
no, there's like lakes, ponds, and rivers.
Water bodies.
Water
Yeah, the
bodies,
water.
lakes, ponds, and you have also the surface runoff. What is surface runoff?
Surface runoff. I don't think my teacher taught me this.
You've heard this term before? Dan probably don't know, right? Dan have not learned this yet. Okay, so later I send you a link for those of you who have not learned this chapter yet and you didn't watch the video, okay, on the portal, you can actually watch our dear friend. Okay, what's his name? You know that that YouTube cartoon, Dr.
Don't know where to find the video.
Yeah. Dr. Binox. Later, I send you the link. You go and have a look.
watch
Okay.
him.
He will actually run through the entire chapter on water cycle.
During SLS, my teacher sent me that link to watch.
Yes, correct. Actually, he did a very good job, teaching children about science. Okay, what is surface runoff? Surface runoff is actually those water that actually goes from the land into the sea. Okay? Tree also. Yeah.
Like
And then plants also lose water by a process known as transpiration. Okay, this is from the plants. This is from the land. Okay, and then majority is actually from the sea. Okay.
We learned this from the video.
Yes, from the video. Gordon, you have something to ask me?
How does the sun affect the water cycle exactly?
How does the sun affect the water cycle? Remember what are the conditions for evaporation? When you have the sun, you have the heat, right? The more heat there is, the greater the rate of evaporation.
Yeah.
So there's more evaporation when there is the sun because the sun provides the heat. The water gains heat from the sun and then evaporates, changing from liquid state to gaseous state, meaning water vapor. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's start now. Okay, so we start with question 17. Turn to your printed worksheet. Question 17, I would like you to type the answer into the chat box. Okay, because I want to focus on the way you answer the structured question now. Okay. All right, Tanishka is already prepared just now, huh? Just when I was going through a quick revision, she typed in her answers already. Good. So water vapor. Okay, tell me how the mist was formed. Okay, if you have copied the answer, let me tell you something. If you have copied the answer from the suggested one in the portal, okay, don't use it. I want to see your actual answers. Because you know why? You give me perfect answers, I can't do anything to help you. But if you give me the way you would answer in an assessment, I can know what is the way you answer, what is your style, what is the problem that you might be facing, and I can highlight it. Okay?
Let me type in.
Yeah. So remember, it's not about giving me perfect answers, it's about your true self, your answer, your very own answer. Then I can help you. Okay, so I see answers coming in. Very good. Okay, so I have Gordon says water from the air he breathed out came out as water vapor. He marked me correct.
Yeah, give me correct for this question.
Remember what I said about mist? Do you still remember what I said about mist? I asked you to go and get, a bowl of noodles, a bowl of hot soup, even hot coffee. Imagine this is hot coffee. What do you see at the top? A lot of clouds, right? Okay, like mist, right? This is the mist we're talking about. When you actually go to a very cold country, as you speak, have you all tried that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite fun, right? Yeah, you like that kind of feeling, right? So how come when you speak, you can actually breathe out that kind of vapor? Okay, but it's not called vapor, right? And what you see is not water vapor. I addressed this last week. Okay, right. Teja showing the warm water vapor from his mouth came into contact
So-
with the cooler surrounding air and condensed into.
Tiny water droplet.
Yeah, so you need to write that down, Teja. You're short of that. Okay?
So rather than putting water from the air he breathed out came as water vapor, I should do came as mist.
You should, no, he doesn't breathe out mist, okay? He doesn't. Okay, so let me put in your answer and let me guide you on how you can actually make it better. So give me 1 minute. Let me just copy this in. Okay, so let me insert a text box. And then this is Gordon's answer. All right. So Gordon actually said this, water from the air he breathed out. So I wouldn't say water from the air he breathed out. Okay, Gordon, I will actually, can I just change your answer over here?
Okay.
Okay, now. Okay, I would actually prefer to write it this way. Okay, water vapor, but then don't just write down water vapor. The water vapor that comes out from his mouth actually has got, his body temperature as well, right? So when it comes out of the mouth, it's actually very warm. Yeah. So I want you to write down warmer water vapor, okay, that he breathed out, not from the air that he breathed out. Just have to write down. Okay, over here.
I finished already.
Okay. So warmer water vapor he breathed out. Don't say came out as water vapor. Okay, I'm going to delete this. And what you need to write down now will be comes
into
contact with.
contact with the
The cooler surrounding. With the cooler surrounding.
Yes.
and then
You can put air
heat
and
loses
heat.
Into tiny.
Wait, I thought it's comma loses heat and condenses into tiny.
It's
Isn't
okay.
it like condensers?
And loses heat and
No, you must write down loses heat first. Students lose mark because they don't write down lose heat.
loses heat.
Yes, is that clear? Okay, so you are actually short of many things. Gordon, I might not even give you a single mark, not even half mark. Okay?
I
Yeah.
wrote everything down.
Okay, so if I were to tell you these, okay, so this is the way I will want you to answer. You realize that it's a very, very simple way. You just need to memorize it one time. And in any question that involves mist or, why the spectacles became,
What fumes? What
fogged up.
fumes?
So